Well, Johannesburg City Manager Floyd Brink and authorities from City Power are conducting an operation in Joburg South to cut off illegal electricity connections. eNCA's Heidi Giokos has joined them. So let's cross back to her now and find out exactly what are the latest developments. Heidi, earlier on we've seen a home owing 200,000 rands to City Power. This informing why this operation is important to the officials. But what else have you seen and heard on the ground?
Yes, Tumelo, the situation does remain rather tense here. We've just moved around the corner from Naturena, and community members are really up in arms, saying that households that have been non-paying should be targeted instead of the whole entire area. They keep referring to Mountain View and saying City Power should go to Mountain View instead of actually targeting this specific area, and they should only target specific streets. There's been a lot of resistance by community members for specific households to be switched off. I want to just put my mic in and just get a sense from community members as to yes. Let's actually just tell us what's going on.
Look, we had several engagements with the City Power. We said to them, look, we are willing to work with you. They said to us they want to install smart meters. And we said to them, look, if you want to install smart meters, go through our council. The councillor was engaged. We were supposed to have another meeting because they are supposed to demonstrate this gadget that is called smart meter to community. They are not doing that. They are rushing to install these things because they know very much well, because what we have indicated to them was that this thing is running abnormal. Hence, they don't want to do the demonstration for us. They are rushing to come and install this thing. We have said to them again, and we're saying even now, go back, don't install these things. We believe that the community of Naturena is paying for their services. They are not supposed to be treated this way. Areas where people are not paying, these people, they don't go there. Right? We are paying for our services. There might be few individuals who perhaps are not paying, but majority of our people are paying. Right? The reason why they want to install this thing, they know very much well that Naturena income that they will make out of Naturena will make for all these areas that are not paying. Because once the people of Naturena start paying, then it's easy for them to run with their business. They can forget about going to Freedom Park, they can forget about going to other areas. They want to punish people of Naturena for paying. And we have said to them, the culture of paying for services that you are receiving, we understand it very much well. Hence, we have been working with them since ever the days of normalization. When they were putting these green boxes, we worked with them. But we said to them, there are problems in Naturena. Let's address those issues. Issues of billing, they must be addressed. If you speak about billing in Naturena, the billing in Naturena is highly abnormal.
Sorry to interrupt. I want to ask you something. The City Power says that they are cutting households that are non-paying. From your understanding, is that what's happening here? Or because you speak about these smart meters, but they're not here to install smart meters. They are here to cut households that are non-paying.
Let me explain to you. What they are giving you is not exactly a true reflection of what's happening. They are here to cut, as you are saying, households that they claim that are not paying, right? From our understanding, we had an arrangement with them. They were supposed, hello, I'm still speaking to you. Yes, we had an arrangement with them. They were still supposed to come back to us to do demonstration of these gadgets. Because we said to them, this thing is running abnormal. There are a few houses there where they've installed these things here in Naturena. Those houses, people in those houses are complaining because these things, they run even when they did not plug anything. Now, how can you have something that will still take money from you when you have not plugged anything? It's very abnormal. They did not address that, but they want to push for installation of smart meters. We're saying to them, let them stop. And that's what we're saying. We don't know what they might have said to the media, but anything that they're saying to the media without us, it's subject to contestation. We can contest it.
So you find what the city is doing at the moment is unfair. It doesn't give a voice to the residents here, and they're cutting you illegally, and they should not be doing so.
That's exactly what they're doing. And you know, to show that we were willing to work with them, there were a number of meetings which we had with them.
Yeah.
We will not have met with them. We will not have wasted our time to go and meet with them. We wanted to meet with them to assist them to be able to address this matter. But we said to them, before you install smart meters, make it the point that the community gives you an approval. They don't want to do that. They want to do it the other way around. They are telling us that they've already installed 1,600 smart meters in Natural. We don't know how did they do that, but it tells you exactly the type of entity we're dealing with.
Okay, thank you so much. I just want to go and have a look.
To add on that, I remember the last time there was a mixing up of billing. You find sometimes they bill you so much money, and they know about it. We did also complain about it, and we've still been waiting for them.
Okay, no problem. I just want to go have a look at what's happening up there. Gumelo, it seems that there is some further commotion in terms of residents really resisting what is going on here. So there's two sides to the story. The residents are saying that they want smart meters, that don't want the smart meters to be installed. They were still in discussions with City Power. And City Power is saying that they're cutting electricity because you have non-paying residents. But it seems as though this situation is just it's just a bit out of control at the moment. But let's just see what's happening here. Tumelo, just give us a second. So I think, Tumelo, just for a summary, it does seem as though community members are trying to engage and saying, why is City Power coming in to cut off when they just want to engage? And you keep hearing residents saying this is wrong, there should have been an engagement, why have we not had a discussion about this, why are you cutting their whole entire area instead of specific households? Residents have also said that this is a form of intimidation because they do feel as though they obviously also feel, sorry, I'm just trying to understand what's going on. They also do feel as though the police presence that comes through is one of intimidation. But at the end of the day, you do have some sort of resistance from residents, so police have to obviously be on standby and try and bring the situation under control. But residents here are not happy at all. Tumelo, and I do get a sense that we are now moving to the next location, so I do think that we might have to just start moving back. But you got a sense from residents, and I will try and get a sense from the spokesperson of City Power, Isaac Mangena. But also, I'm surprised that the city manager, Floyd Brink, is not here, because this was a notice that he sent out to, embark on this aggressive campaign to try and recover money that they claim is owed to City Power.
And definitely, as we try and, walk with you there, Heidi, just to ascertain exactly what is happening. And obviously with Floyd Brink releasing that statement, as you've mentioned, colleague, there seems to be two sides of a story here. And it's quite interesting to hear from the community members saying that this might be allegedly one of the ways with which City Power is simply trying to disconnect, trying to get some money from this community so that they can be able to, of course, meet their financial obligations. The allegations seem quite strong in the sense that City Power is not disconnecting where they should be. There seems to be an allegation that there is perhaps a community that is infamous for not paying City Power, perhaps for illegal connections that City Power is on focusing on, thus taking advantage of Naturena community members. It could be interesting to hear from Isaac Mangena or any of the authorities to counter-reply to this and give us their side of the story, if this is the case or not. But you can see there, community members just out in their numbers on the street, because obviously this disconnection will affect most of them, if not all of them right now on the street. It seems some are saying as well that they have been paying and they don't think it's fair that those who've been keeping up with their statements have to now suffer due to those who have not been paying. At this point, Heidi, as you're making your way walking, we could see some community members definitely disgruntled against what's happening at this point.
Yes, I unfortunately can't locate Isaac Mangana, but it does seem as though City Power has disconnected whichever households they have identified as non-paying, and they are now moving to the other area. But you can really see that residents are not happy at all about this. They keep speaking about Freedom Park, they keep speaking about Mountain View, speaking about the fact that these are the areas that City Power should be moving in, as they are illegally connected and they are non-paying customers. And this is why the area of Naturena is saying it's not everybody, it's not the whole area. And that's why we're going to have to get clarity from City Power, because you are getting residents that are really pushing back and saying this treatment is not fair, we should not be treated this way because it's not the whole area. And there was still an engagement with City Power around the installment of these smart meters, but that's not what's happening here. They're not installing smart meters, they're literally targeting specific households that are non-paying. But because they cannot access these households, they seem to be switching off the whole street. And that's what I asked Isaac Mangana, how is that fair to paying customers? And he said, well, those that are paying need to come and log a dispute with City Power and say, I am paying, please reconnect my electricity. So it just becomes a complete mess and logistical nightmare for residents, because now residents have to go all the way to City Power and say, I am paying, you cut off the area in Naturena, I am one of the paying customers, or I'm not one of the paying customers. We've also been told by City Power that a lot of these households have illegally connected. So instead of being through the actual meter electricity box that's installed, they call them the green boxes, they've found a way, some households have found a way to move away from that box, and that's why they aren't billed. So you can't have a house that's not billed, because everybody uses electricity and water, and you should receive some sort of bill at the end of the month. But that doesn't seem as though some households have that system, because they've almost illegally connected to electricity. So there's a lot that's happening here, there's a lot of issues here, but at the end of the day, the residents feel as though they have not been communicated to, they have not been able to engage thoroughly with City Power, and now residents are saying, why are you doing this? We are paying customers, how do you just switch off the whole area?
Yeah, seems like an ambush in as far as some residents are explaining it. Heidi, we'll leave it there for now, colleague, and of course we'll continue to follow through with this operation. It's a cut-off operation by City Power. They're cutting off any illegal connections out in the suburb of Naturena. This in the south of Johannesburg, and there you've seen it. Residents and community members not too chuffed, not too happy that they were not informed. There were meetings they allege were meant to take place, some smart devices that were meant to be shown to them, to be explained to them in terms of how they would work, and it seems City Power has decided, according to them, allegedly decided to dishonor those meetings and therefore just cut off their electricity of course, noticed.